thing. And your evil paladin's been like super nice to people too. You're just having crises of faith everywhere.
Yep. She wasn't nice. It was a matter. It wasn't altruistic in any sense of the word.
As if
Pure
those dwarves weren't going to bring him
nice,
food.
I swear.
As if those dwarves weren't going to bring him food. Come on. Timmy.
Pragmatism.
Some people are just too soft to be evil.
Wait.
I'm struggling playing an evil character, guys.
Now, watch as Ricky tries to join this party on how you play a fucking evil character.
Hello, Ricky.
Hi, Ricky.
What's with that? What was that, Brian?
I forgot he was going to play today.
Why would you do that? But what? No, the voice. We're not talking about the words. It's the way you said it. Like, what the fuck was that?
I could try something else. It was workshopping it, like, hey, Ricky.
Nope, not better. Not better at all.
Ricky, make me sticky.
Okay, yep, I'm leaving.
Nope.
God damn it.
Brian always gets so far over the line.
Yeah. I was basically told before I joined this group that basically yelling at Brian in any fashion is acceptable because of that.
I'd like to
Hey kids, don't bully other players unless they act like Brian. Then please, by all means.
I was like, do we acknowledge Brian as that though? You think Brian at this point is his own class of entity? And that's not a compliment.
Aww.
I was like, I need to.
I was like, yes, actually.
This before he's like, haha, I am myself.
Brian certainly is a class all his own. First class.
Not that we needed.
Homeschool class.
He's a mute, so. A mutant incel.
Seems a bit redundant, but okay.
That's fair. I guess I wanted to really spotlight the excess of the mutations, you know what I mean?
just hit the point home.
Yeah, if you're going to be on the nose about something, you might as well.
Fair enough.
So anywho, I guess we should play that an old Dungeons and Dragons game.
Yeah.
The old rolling of the d20s. And the funny voices will do.
Oh, now you're on board with funny voices.
Bradley. Oh, fuck. I'm not even ready for it. I'm really not. I'm really fucking not. Alright, good session, guys.
Alright. So, the last time we were able to meet, 4 months ago.
Feels like it.
You guys had made it to Dorheim. You spoke with the king for a bit. He seemed fairly disturbed by Landre. Landre licked a rock. And then you guys got told to head to Barsten.
That was last time? We haven't played in a while.
It's been years, man. You're right.
Weird.
Yeah.
And what else? Oh, yeah. You met a strange man who negotiated for you all to have goats.
Oh, yeah, goats.
Oh yeah, we do have goats now.
You have
Yay,
shit
goats.
ton of goats.
Great.
But he's not here
So-
tonight because he's sleepy.
So the nice thing about these goats is that they eat rocks, so you don't have to worry about rations. They're very hardy, so you can ride them very easily. And in rocky terrain, they can move twice as fast. And since you're under a mountain, everything is rocky terrain.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna find a place to leave Senor Presidente then,
Okay.
and we'll have Lieutenant Gustavo, my goat.
Sorry, I need to write this name down so I don't forget.
Oh, don't forget about New Billy as well. My
Mhm.
donkey. Very important.
Yeah, are you leaving Billy 2 at the stables since she is an old goat?
No. New Billy is
and-
best Billy. She comes
Sorry.
everywhere with Alleyway.
Damn it.
Okay.
How many Billies are there?
I mean,
Enough.
Some would say enough, yes.
roundabouts 10 at this point, I think. Assuming that Allie is naming all of the goats other than Lieutenant Gustavo.
Ah, that's Billy B, Billy 3, Billy.
And Silly Billy.
No, that's dumb.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, you're able to leave Senor Presidente at the guild hall. They'll take care of him.
Excellent.
They give you a little coat check ticket. But yeah, I think you guys had decided to just head straight out. Is that
Yeah, well, we already did some shopping, so.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was about 3 p.m. as you guys were leaving. Yes.
Sounds about right.
Okay. I thought I heard.
Oh,
you started to
I'm
say
sorry.
something.
I was moving my headphones or my headphones, so it might have
Gotcha.
looked as if I was trying to talk. I apologize.
I just heard like a little right when I started talking, but it was probably just like a.
They were falling off of my head. That was probably just me going like, "Oh shit."
Cool. So yeah, normally this trip would take 14 hours, 7 hours, 14 tiles, 30 minutes each. But on your handy dandy Billy army, it'll take about 3.5-ish. So you'll be rolling into Barston in about 7. If you'd like, you can roll perception checks on your way into town, or on your way to Barston.
I
But
need
don't feel like you have to.
I need a drink. If only we could find some sort of place that allowed goats. Some sort of like Billy club.
10.
Just ignored.
I won't even boo that. That was so bad.
Fucking man, I thought I rolled well. Someone has to one-up me, two-up me. God damn it, every time.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
This character actually has perception, unlike my other campaign.
Must be nice.
Okay. Eskil Alley. Yeah, Eskil Alley. You notice that whereas on the way to Dorheim, there was a lot of those little inlets with the clay dolls and statuettes inside, and most of the off tunnels seem to be uncleared. A lot of the little branching off tunnels on the way to Barston seem to be like fully cleared out, and then it's almost like it's just little subdivisions, cultivated glowing rocks lining the edges instead of all over the path or ceiling, and then like 2 or 3 homes kind of built into a small domed area, and a lot fewer of those little clay dolls. Every now and then you'll see one, but they're much rarer.
Yeah. Allie says hi to everyone she sees.
Ellie, leave them where they are.
I already have one. I don't need to take more. I can't carry that much.
What do you mean you already have one?
You let me take
We
one.
had agreed. No, I did not. I told you you must.
It's on my character sheet. I remember this. I may not have been around for the last year and a half, but I remember you eventually letting me take one.
I think you stole it without me looking.
Also, maybe.
I remember Allie telling a story about a dwarf calling her names and throwing rocks at her or something.
Oh, yeah, she spun a totally factual tale of why she should be allowed to take the dwarven figurehead.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
going to say, I don't remember the results of the rolls at all, but I remember you telling that story.
Yes, and the figurehead's in my inventory, so it must have worked out for Allie in the end.
Done and done. Okay, you notice 5 of these dolls
Wow.
on the 3.5-hour trip. And right as you're kind of rolling into town, since you took a little bit of time to like check out the little cul-de-sacs and say hello to every single statuette, it's about 8 o'clock as you roll into Barston. And right as you get to the edge of town, you hear this great dolorous bell from one of the nearby churches. And then you hear the stomping of feet in a very unified rhythm.
Must be a dance competition.
Yes, definitely. And we'll head towards that.
Okay. As you make your way to the church, you'll notice lots of other tunnels lining the walls of this kind of dome that's encapsulating the city. Every 500 feet or so, there seems to be a tunnel leading out. And from what you can see, it's like going all the way around the city. And there is processions of grubby and grimy looking miners walking out of these tunnels, as well as fairly clean, minor clean dwarves marching into the tunnels on the opposite side. Minor Clean is one of the goats. He's right underneath Lieutenant Gustavo.
Ah.
Are you marching specifically towards the nearest church?
Well, I don't exactly remember where we were supposed to go.
Yeah, what's our quest log say? It would be a good reminder for me, because I think I missed a session or two.
Oh, yeah, and I think I missed a session or two also.
Wink, wonk.
You guys were told to pretend to be like treasure hunters and adventurers, which is a pretty far stretch for you guys, and investigate the mines where there was missing equipment. Oh, excuse me. And figure out what was going wrong with them. There was some like notes of tools going missing, tunnels being like renovated, which does not happen in these mines. And just kind of like weird, like, that's strange. This went missing. Why don't I have a dog anymore? I don't know. All right. Like, he must have flown back to his home planet.
This peanut
That
butter's
happens
not going to
sometimes.
lick itself.
Yeah, I think the first place that Brad will head then is the church. That probably makes the most sense.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. As we go through the streets, Ellie's going to say out loud, "Wow, Bradley, on this adventure we're taking, I sure hope we find a lot of treasure." Over and over again.
Yes, Ellie, it will be very nice to get a ton of treasure on this adventure. And I think after like the fourth or fifth time, just Brad is not responding.
As you guys are making your way to the church, it's not super far, so 5 or 6 times is pretty much just putting it on repeat. Which I would have mentioned before, but it seems pretty on brand. Why don't you guys roll me another round of perception checks?
All right, but this is the last one you're getting, son.
All right, fair enough, Dad.
Okay. Wait a minute, this dice is going into jail.
Landre, your intelligence is back to normal. So still low, but...
Back to -2.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah, so Brad and Allie, you guys will definitely notice this. As well as Eskel. Pretty much right after you started talking about how much you hope you get treasure, you see a human man who sticks out very conspicuously as he's the only non-dwarf you've seen in this city. And he's kind of like ducking into alleys and
Lewd.
kind of like ducking in to blend in with the crowd, but he is definitely following you.
I am going to touch my dagger and go invisible.
Okie dokie.
And I am going to try and see if I can head him off.
Okay. Well, he's just following behind you. Probably
Right.
50 feet.
I want to kind of like circle around and get behind.
Okay.
The old reach around.
So you'll be able to kind of catch up with him right as he ducks into the nearest causeway. And the rest of the party reaches the church. So rest of the party. Do any of you speak Dwarvish?
Hello.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I do.
Everyone but you.
Nope, I speak Infernal.
I also speak Infernal.
I can speak common.
Wow.
And proud.
Okay. So none of you know what this church, like who this church is for. Although you do see several like rows of inscriptions under it. And Landre, you do recognize one of the carvings, just because it's the Same carving that was at the little shrine with the boots and the mace. Who you remember was a dwarven god of like travelers.
Nope, don't remember any of that.
Londre remembers that.
Oh.
But you don't recognize the rest of these. Tim, you cut out for it, but you catch up with like this guy as he ducks into a nearby side street, like right as the party reached the church.
I want to try and like grapple him and like slam him into the wall.
Okay, well, let's strength check. You'll have
Can I do athletics?
Yeah.
That is a... Oh, you said advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's much better. So that's going to be 21.
Oh yeah, you blow him out of the water. You have him like, I'm guessing, kind of like pinned by the throat against this this wall.
Why are you following me?
Good lord. Sorry about that. I heard your party mentioning treasure, and well, I myself am in the treasure hunting business. I was going to.
You are.
I am. Yes, I most assuredly am. My name is Cherry. I wanted to meet up with you casually. That's why I was following you. I didn't expect you to be quite so keen. Most adventurers are a little slow of wit. Not you, though, eh? Quite strong as well.
Yes, well. Brad will kind of back off a little bit. Not much, a little bit.
Londre will flex.
Andre, you're at the church. Go away.
Yeah, he's just flexing at the church.
You know what?
Flexing for Jesus.
I don't like being followed. If you had a proposition, you should have just come up to us forthwith.
Well, I suppose that's a bit true. I didn't want to bother you. You lot seemed quite determined to get to that church. I was hoping to maybe see which bar or inn you might go to next and meet you there.
All right. What is it that you think you can offer us?
Well, and he lowers his voice for the first time since talking to you. I've actually come into possession of a bit of a treasure map myself. But just being one person, I didn't want to risk these mines, all sorts of nasty types in there, right? Rocks and whatnot. Spiders.
I'll be completely honest with you. It doesn't seem as though you would be a very valuable asset to our team.
Myself? Probably not. But this map is supposed to lead to quite a haul.
And what's to stop us from disappearing with it once I get the map from you?
Well, I suppose I hadn't thought that far. And I was counting on you lot being the good type, since you were heading
Definitely not. You are incredibly wrong there. That's incredibly not factual. Why do you think I'm so jumpy? Because I'm a good person.
I assumed you had some sort of anxiety.
Fair enough.
But I think this map could help us both, and I only want one thing out of the whole haul. A small crown.
What does it do?
It's supposed to give you strength. Although some texts say strength of will and some say strength of mind, and some say just an absolute shredded 12-pack. Either way, it'd be great for me.
Interesting.
So what do you
Come
say,
with
jump?
me.
Oh,
Come with
of
me.
course.
We're going to go and meet my party, and they're going to decide for you.
Alrighty then. I hope they are all as kinder as yourself, good sir.
Yes, well, fight. And Brad will lead him over to the party.
Cool. Party, have you guys entered the church without Brad?
Yes.
Okay. Stepping into this church then. It's not the kind of church you maybe have been to before. It looks a lot more like a gastropub with pews. There's 2 full bars, one on either wall. And then there's, like, at the front of the church, 3 other altars set up. But primarily this seems to be a temple to food, drink, harvest, or something.
Seems like a banquet fit for Demeter.
Is there like offerings or food lying on these altars?
On those altars, no.
Okay.
But there is food. Like, you do see several, like, families bringing some sort of donation wrapped up and, like, handing it to one of the clerics, and then they sit down and, like, food is brought out. It's almost like a give and trade kind of restaurant.
I want to walk up to one of the clerics.
Okay. Do you walk up to? Actually, roll a investigation check, quick.
Three.
You're a little bit confused as to why this man is wearing a bikini.
A bikini?
He seems to be wearing a bikini, and he'll greet you in a very high-pitched voice for a dwarf, and he goes, "Hey lad, how can I help you today?"
I sure hope some of this food is poisonous.
What? No, you silly thing. Why would you want to poison?
'Cause I can eat it.
Can't you eat other things?
Yes, but eating poison is one of my abilities, and I don't get to use it very often.
They cock their head to you while, like, craning their neck up and go, so you're more here for the wine than the women, then?
That's a peculiar garb. It doesn't look very protective.
What would I need protecting from here in the church?
I give up.
All right. Well, come see me if you need anything, then.
Very well. Where will you be?
I'll be around, but you could always talk to one of the other priestesses here as well.
They didn't make the offer. I think I'd better find out where exactly you will be.
Alright. Well, I generally work this side of the church. Though I might be with a worshipper. But feel free to sit at one of the bars and enjoy some of the drink, why don't you?
What was your name?
Marianne.
And who are you worshipping?
Oh. Most of this church is a church to Tyrion Lannister.
Excuse me.
Bless you. She pats you on the breastplate and walks away. Brunner, why don't you, actually, you don't even have to roll a perception check. This group of weirdos just wandered into your church. I mean, not your church. The church you, generally are at. And, a Goliath fellow talked to a priestess for a short while. You think you heard something about poison? And she walked away looking more confused than, really any priestess of this church, has ever looked.
I will grab a bottle of holy water and an armload of goblets and approach the group.
Hi.
As you get to the group, Brad, you will be joining them.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to the temple. My name is Brunner. Here, he starts pouring goblets of wine and handing them out to everyone. Please partake of our holy water, I beg of ye.
Are these free for guild members?
They're free for everyone who comes in this church.
So,
We make a lot of this.
what can you tell us about
a monster.
About who?
A monster.
Spit it out, Laundry! What are you trying to say?
The oddly clad person over there said that you are all worshippers of a monster.
Oh, you mean Tyrion Lannister? Yes, the god of tits and wine.
That sounds made up.
I assure you, it is not. And he turns behind him to a statue of a blonde dwarf with curly hair and a scar.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's not him.
No, Tyrion Lannister.
I don't think I've ever heard of him.
Well, he's not very renowned, but, you know, we're trying to get out there. Trying to spread the good word, if you know what I mean. Here, drink up. Drink up.
Oh, no, I'm not old enough to drink. She pushes it back.
If you're old enough to breathe, you're old enough to drink.
Is that how that
How
works?
old are you, Allie?
How old do you think I am, Bradley?
I don't know, but you were trying to entrap the Duke before, and that seems mildly inappropriate if you're not old enough to drink.
Well, how old is the Duke, Bradley?
I always pictured him in his mid-40s.
I was picturing like an early 20-year-old or something.
That's you dignifying this. Why would you dignify this? Allie, this is inappropriate.
Oh, Bradley, I got you a drink. She gives you the drink she was given.
Question.
Oh, I was
How's-
not here for that.
Possible answer.
How strong is this wine?
Brunner, are you breaking out the real nice stuff, or is it just your
No,
standard?
no. This is the cheap shit we give everyone.
Alright. It's like 8%.
Because Billy, having heard him say it was holy water, just picked it up and drank the whole thing.
It's yeah. It would be like downing a strong beer. Or 2 wine coolers, if that helps you, Aubrey.
Okay, thank you.
Wow.
Eskel, having heard that it's free to basically anyone who comes into the church, leaves the group as they're discussing Allie's age and goes off to find his own bottle since it's free.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
13.
Yeah, one of the barback clerics, is happy to give you a bottle. It is. Yes, it would be like drinking a fourth of a Four Loko. He gives you a bottle of.
It's a 16th loco.
I mean, this wine does not taste good at all. Like, there's a reason that people can have as much of it as they want.
So similar to a Four Loko, just not as strong. He
It's a
hands you
one-loko.
a slightly nicer bottle, but it's
Like-
cheap.
Half the
Um,
cheapest shit at Aldi's and half Lysol.
Lifestyle,
Ow.
say.
All right.
So the bottle he gives you is very similar to the 12% $3 bottle wine that I just drank.
Just use more Lysol.
I mean,
Right. So if I drink it, is it good or just straight garbage? Because if it's if it's anywhere decent, Eskel's gonna be drinking this the whole time. If it's trash, he's saving it for potions.
why don't you roll me a d20 for flavor?
That's even 10.
It's drinkable.
All right. Slow and steady it is. Can I see nice bottles behind the bar?
Yes, but they have little, oh, believe me, Aubrey, I'm right there with you. You see nice bottles, but they're in, like, glass display cases with, locks shaped like holy symbols that, I mean, you enchant things every now and then, you could pretty easily guess these cases are enchanted, you know.
Gotcha. I'll remember that and maybe come back to it. But I'm done for now. I will rejoin the group with my own bottle.
Okay. Party,
So Bill,
Go ahead.
so Billy, who just tossed this whole thing back, I'm assuming like her eyes are watering. She's coughing like you would if you just drank a glass of alcohol without any indication that it was in fact alcohol. So she just goes, "What is that? That's not water."
It's wine, Billy.
Yes, we make our own in-house. What do
It's
you
all-
think? I like got a little
It's
kick
the
to
worst
it.
thing I've ever tasted. I absolutely hate it.
It is completely homemade. Believe it or not.
Yes,
We don't,
it's fucking terrible, and I can absolutely believe it's homemade. Everything about it
Absolutely.
smells and just tastes homemade. I think that you got a little bit of toe jam in this one because I just tasted a little bit of funk and earthiness that I assume is your gross dwarven teeth.
That's the oak barrel we aged in.
I don't believe it is. Why would you make
Delicious.
Brad, how many toes have you sucked that you can easily make that distinction?
Hey, no king shame.
There is not
I'm
going to be
curious
any
for
king
more.
shaming this evening.
I need to know.
Brad is absolutely in defeat, and that's not your fucking trophy or business. Thank you very much. And maybe there was a dwarven prostitute in the last city that he was at before, this whole fucking business started. And
Also
again, that's
maybe
none of your goddamn business.
I didn't need to know that.
Brad's been to Barston a lot.
It's actually what it is the wine's just bringing back memories.
Well, good session, guys. I think we uncovered a lot here, and we'll meet up again. That'll be $250. Thank you.
This really is going to become an annual session.
Oh, it's okay. It sounds like you forgot to breathe. You should try like inhaling a little bit. You can do it. I believe in you.
The problem was I started to inhale,
Uh-huh.
but I was drinking Coke at the same
Yeah, that's where
time.
it gets tricky.
God.
Yeah, you're supposed to snort that, dumbass.
Yeah.
So. My, this wine's delightful. Hello, all.
I hate you so much. I just wanted you to know for some reason.
Cherry's face is beet red, or cherry red. And he throws his arm over Brad and goes, "Oh, you say that about everything."
How would you know that? You literally just met me.
Bradley, who is this?
Bradley, why'd you pick up a homeless man?
He has a treasure map, apparently. And he
I
wants
see
to
how
travel
it
that's
is. When
going
I
to
pick
give
up
him-
another member of the company, okay, so when I pick up another member, it's bad and I shouldn't. But then you can just pick up a random guy because he says he has a
You're
treasure
not
map.
the
And that's
majority
okay.
shareholder, Billy. You're not the majority shareholder at all, and he's not coming with us or joining the company.
So you are recruiting?
No, we're not!
Absolutely. You should join us, good sir.
Shut
Bring
up!
a few more bottles of this now.
You will shut up this
I
instant,
would
you
bring a
awful little
lot
man.
of wine.
I don't
And I
care.
need more.
It's gross. We've already gone over this.
I think you'll come to love it after a time. Kind of grows on you, like a fungus.
That's awful. That's absolutely awful. That's not a selling point in any way, shape, or form. That's like saying it sucks, but if you don't have anything else to get drunk with, you might as fucking well. Great. No, that's wonderful. What the fuck is this adventuring guild anymore anyway?
I
Look,
like you.
Big
You
Daddy
remind me
Stain.
of my dad.
Did he also think you were a disappointment?
I sure did. That's how I wound up in the ministry.
Look, Daddy B, I think you're underestimating the value.
You will never ever call me Daddy D again. That is absolutely unacceptable.
So it's just daddy then?
Dadley. His name is Dadley.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Dadly Jesus Christ?
Watch your language in front of
Always-
Lannister.
Jesus
Please don't call.
fucking Christ.
So just Dadly for short.
I hate all of you.
Love you too, Bradley.
Yeah, Bradley.
So, what brings you here?
Treasure hunting.
Bradley.
This asshole has a map, apparently.
Oh, indeed. Yes, I've seen it. He shows that thing to just about everyone who walks in here.
That's not true. I haven't shown it to a single miner. Or, no, wait, I did show it to them.
I don't think
Shite.
that should be considered an achievement.
I think one of these people is a miner.
Not with. I have half a mind to go and stake out on my own. But maybe one more glass of wine.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, you are a gentleman and a
May
saint,
the
sir.
blessings of Tyrion be upon us all.
Here's the thing. You're a moron. Give me your map, we'll do it. I'll give you your stupid fucking crown. You stay here with the dumb fucking dwarf and drink your dumb fucking wine.
What sort
Ellie, you
of...
can attempt a sleight of hand check, quick.
Oh,
What?
perfect. That's a nat 1 for a 7.
I thought you got a nat 20 already. Oh, that was investigation.
That's to see.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, he had a nat 7 minus
Wow.
1.
Wow.
So you can grab one piece of paper.
Let's do the scroll, I guess. Let's do the scroll.
Okay.
Yeah.
What sort
Um,
of treasure are we talking about?
It's a whole he kind of like starts to fall over and he grabs out for the nearest thing and kind of catches Allie on the shoulder and says, "Sorry about that. Lost my balance for a second.
I need an adult.
I am an adult."
Don't worry. I'm here, Bill. I'm here, Allie.
She looks very frustrated that he's touching her.
He brightens himself quickly after he catches.
She pops a collar.
And he kind of straightens himself up and adjusts his jacket. Sorry, what was the question?
What?
Supposedly.
When you're done roboting, the question was, what sort of treasure is it?
Grubshiftness.
yes.
Nice.
Quick, everybody make a plan while he's not here.
Oh, yeah, let me fill your goblets back up. They seem to be empty.
No. Okay.
The
Billy's just gonna
carpet's
keep
wet.
drinking to be
You guys
polite.
could freely be just like dropping it, and I won't have any idea.
Pirate Chris is our substitute DM. Go.
Great, everyone, gain 3 levels immediately.
Okay.
Okay.
Done.
I'm glad I'm using the app. Can you give Tim 2 levels to be, make us even?
No, I'm going to give him 4 because you brought it up.
Fuck.
Ah!
Yeah. And when everyone's done leveling, let me know and I'll give you some gold too.
And then don't forget to give me the cut of your gold for every penalty that you've incurred over our adventure.
To be fair, Sir Bradley, I don't believe that was part of my arrangement. I think my share was also supposed to be from Billy.
Yes, well, any penalty incurred by Billy is a penalty of your wages, as it were.
Bradley.
Yes, Laundry, why can't you ever just speak to me? Why can't you ever just speak?
Since I don't remember how many penalties I've incurred, I suppose I should just write a check and you can fill in the amount yourself.
I'll probably just be taking every penny you have. It'll be fine. You can keep your election, though. That's wonderful, right?
Oh, then that's all I have, so you get nothing. Perfect.
I mean, I feel like it's just his router, because we have the same internet provider, and I live a 5-minute walk from his place.
Oh, you should walk over some internet for him.
Yeah.
We'll chip in and get him a new router. Yeah, just run a line. Just run an Ethernet cable to his house real quick from your router.
I mean, that's the other thing, too, is, yeah, he's running on Wi-Fi on his computer, and I'm just like, dude, just get, like, a 10-foot Ethernet. And his response is almost always just, meh. I was like, that'll get it done. That, or he thinks he has a cable, but yeah, good luck finding anything in his place.
Like, literally the best thing about being an adult is the fact that I can run an Ethernet cable through my house and hardwire things if I want, so I can make things go fast. Because, like, fuck you, Mom! I can drill holes in the wall if I want! You know what I mean? Like, it's my fucking house!
Wow.
Welcome back, DM. Maybe. You are a
Nope.
robot.
What is a robot?
Maybe when you're older.
It's a very interesting dynamic here.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah, good luck. I've been here a few weeks. I have no idea.
Wait, who the hell are you?
Don't worry about it.
I'm worrying about it.
I don't even remember your alchemist friend. I was the alchemist that Billy hired.
Alchemists. That doesn't sound like a word.
Oh.
Yeah.
Eskel would have no response to that and just continue drinking.
Ellie narrows her eyes and watches you drink silently.
Billy's probably had about 3 or 4 glasses at this point. Because she's just drinking to be polite. Hello?
Good? Better?
A little bit. Not much, though.
It's simultaneously better and worser.
He's not wrong.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Hello?
Hello. Sorry, I was trying to
Oh,
think
okay. I thought we lost you. I was like, oh, fuck, dude, really?
No, yeah, I'm guessing the quality's quite a bit worse.
Well, we can hear you now.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm using my busted ass headset.
That's what he said, it's
on my
worse.
phone. Yeah. Shit. So yeah, you asked about the treasure. Yes. The treasure. Yes. Gold, gems, quite a few other items if I've read up correctly. And one thing that I would like, a small crown made of, I believe it's obsidian, but that could be a mistranslation.
Apparently it will make him stronger in some way. So obviously, we're going to have to fight him once he puts it on, because he's mad at me for bullying him.
Why? Why would I fight you?
You got massively British for a second there.
I've been British this entire time.
Have you though?
You're like British mixed with like 1920s like Radio Man.
That's because of my shitty mic.
Make it more authentic, I suppose.
This is the Bioshock they got in the UK.
Would you kindly escort me into the mines?
I don't know. I don't believe you have a treasure map.
Why, it's right here. And he starts digging in his pockets. And digging and digging. And then he pulls out what looks to be like wax paper. And he kind of holds it up a few feet from the nearest wall, and then pulls a crystal out of his pocket and says, words! And the crystal lights up and kind of like shines through the wax paper as if it's like one of those old projectors.
Christ.
Is everything about this man outdated?
God, I hope so. And it projects this map onto the wall. It kind of looks like a bicycle tire with the spokes leading out in every direction. And then after they get past the outer circle, they continue to kind of extend and then branch off and crisscross. And then at one of them, there's a big colored circle. And he says, see, this right here is where the treasure's supposed to be. We just need to make it there.
What the devil is this?
Well, it's a map of the city. See? Here's the outer rim. This right here is where we are, and he makes a little shadow on the projection.
Does this look like any map I've ever seen?
Kind of.
He's trying to tell if he's bullshitting us or not. So would that be insight
Yeah,
or
but-
is that intelligence?
You can roll an insight check.
Okay.
Or a history, because your intelligence is probably higher.
Or history. Actually, they're the same. Intelligence and wisdom are the same. So.
Okay.
Oh shit! That's a 19 for both. For either.
Okay.
So.
He doesn't seem like he's lying, and you have come across maps similar to this. But normally there's like 4 or 5 different layers of wax paper, and you like lay them all on top of each other, and like one has main roads, one has major buildings, one has like directionals. So you would guess that he has part of a map, but it does look accurate to you.
I think he's telling the truth.
Of course I am.
What's the rub, though, Billy? What's the rub?
It looks like this is only part of a map. I remember seeing some maps like this, but there's always answers. But there's always more.
So what you're telling us is you only want a crown from this treasure,
Yes.
even though it's going to be mountainous.
Well, technically, everything we do here is mountainous, as we are within the mountain. And he starts
I don't think
clapping
you want to be
Bradley on the
joking right
back.
now.
That's
If you touch me again,
of his head.
if you touch me again, I swear to God, I will break your arm.
As Eskel slaps his head, he starts snorting wine up his nose, and he's like, "Oh, I'm alright. Don't worry about me."
I didn't really ask if you were okay, but go off, I guess.
Eskel, you just earned Billy a bit of her share back. That was brilliant.
Thank you, sir.
So, shall we be off? Good friends, pals o' mine?
You're not coming with us at all. That is not part of the deal. We'll take the dwarf. You trust the dwarf, right?
I do generally trust priests.
I'm a
No.
very trusting guy, I assure you.
He has been giving me wine, so I am inclined to trust him more.
We have our methods of getting honesty around here.
We could take Mary Ann.
Here's what we'll do. Here's a contract that we'll agree to, Mr. Dwarf. You will get exactly 3% of whatever we find when we get to the treasure.
Bradley's turning into a softie.
Silence.
Here's the thing. Which that will, after fees, because obviously Laundry Sucks, that's a terrible name, Magni Adventuring Guild will need to take dues and food, boarding, miscellaneous taxes that must come out of those percentages, which is what brings us down to the 3%. But realistically, it's going to end up being more like 2.
Oh, don't forget the goat tax.
Oh, yes,
realistically more like 1.
Yes, definitely goes to the 1.
Can't forget that. That tax is the greatest of all time.
What's the goat tax?
What do you think it is?
Yeah, did you think that we were going to walk to the treasure? No, you're going to be provided your own Billy.
Different Billy, not me.
Yeah, she's for pulling my cart.
Well, that sounds quite reasonable.
Excellent. And Brad will shake your hand.
Can someone explain to me what just happened?
Nope, absolutely not. That's not how we work around here.
I just became his best friend.
As he finishes asking the question, I just hand him another glass of wine. I was just say, best not to worry about it, lad.
Oh, okay. Well, I suppose we should be on our way.
Welcome aboard to Laundry Sucks. That's a terrible name. Magni Adventuring Guild.
Hey!
The Staten Mag, if you will.
Now that's catchy. You should put that on a shirt.
Thank you, transatlantic Britishman.
Come join Staten Mag for your most scenic Dungeons and Dragons experience this side of the Great
We need to
Blue.
get the fuck out of here so we can no longer listen to this man.
I miss Lizanardo.
I hate you so much.
Oh god.
Okay,
I love
Billy
your party
will-
members so much.
Here's a lovely Brian map for you all to follow.
Brian map? What does that mean?
It's a map I draw for Brian so that he understands, but I intentionally make it worse.
Yeah.
In 25 minutes, my phone will connect to the internet, and you'll all be astounded.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Whoa, how dare you compliment his internet like that?
Hey, considering this picture takes 3.5 megs, and I'm at 25%, I'd say I'm making good time.
So
Bro, you
Billy,
gotta find that Ethernet cord. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that Billy just grabs Eskel's cart and goes, "Let's go, everybody!"
Eskel hops on the back of the cart just to make it heavier. Then gives a thumbs up to Brad.
Brad will thumbs up back enthusiastically.
Billy, can you roll me an athletics check?
Billy's gonna have more back problems than me at the end of this. Okay, that's not bad actually. Okay, but it's a 16. 17 minus 1.
So you are struggling with this cart for a good, 5-10 minutes, and you look back. Eskel is sitting on the back of it smiling, and you also notice a few of the goats are sitting up on it.
I'm
and
petting one of them.
After you shoo them away.
Some of the temple's wine.
After you get them to dismount the cart, you can pull this. I'm not going to say with no problem, but you're able to keep up a steady walking pace.
Allie's gonna walk right next to her, leading along the pack mule New Billy, and she's gonna look at New Billy and then look up at regular Billy and then look back at New Billy and say, "Wow, it looks really tough carrying that cart."
It is, Allie. Thanks for pointing that out.
No problem.
Oh, I'm sorry, New Billy's a mule, so.
So, Richie, can I just point out that because of a punishment that Billy got, she has to pull the cart now?
I guess it's Bully the Wizard Day.
Wow.
There's that. Also, don't forget about the fact that when we're not under a mountain, she has to sleep in holes in the ground.
I do remember that.
Thanks. I really appreciate you guys reminding him of that.
Askel's really just trying to make sure
How'd
Brad
this come
doesn't
about?
hate him.
Billy decided she wanted to accept another player character, while Brad fought against it. So that was the agreed upon terms.
I see.
Also, Billy used to sleep in trees, so it's like a double punishment to sleep in holes.
I see.
Plus, Billy's also just afraid of being alive, so everything else is a punishment too.
Oh, a map.
Ah,
That's a Brian map.
That took so long to load for that. A big old blue anus, just a sphincter on a notebook paper. Like, here you go, guys.
Right? At first, the suspense was killing you. Now you wish you had done it yourself.
I thought it was going to be like, okay, here's a joke map uploaded, haha, but then it took 20 minutes, and I...
Honestly,
like, all right.
the weight made it funnier.
The Brad into feet map. That's actually just the Venn diagram of like why he has complications talking about it.
Also, I would
You'll
like to
note
point
it's
out.
on fire.
I'd like to point out my phone isn't even on my Wi-Fi, and it still took that long to upload.
Christ.
Bruh.
So, a better explanation of this map is that each of those tunnels you saw, every 500 feet in the wall, it goes straight out. And then, from what you can tell, every 500 feet in that tunnel, it comes to a three-pronged point, where it's like you can go straight, you can take a 45 to the right, or a 45 degree to the left. And then those prongs will meet up with each other eventually. Or you can just refer to the map, and I think you guys will get it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So are you guys just headed to the southwest?
Yeah, wherever this map was leading us.
The actual map you saw, it would have been easy enough to tell like which one of these corridors to actually go through.
Okay.
I like to believe that this is the map he had in his pocket the whole time.
Yeah, but your characters can read it.
He's just in the church. Oh, I've got this treasure map. I can't even fuck up the accent that bad.
If you'll observe this map,
What are you doing? That sounded British.
I call this area here the Brown Eye.
Oh god.
Quick, Brian. No! Brian, no!
It's the brown eye you gotta go after.
There it is.
It's the brown eye you gotta go after.
Oh well.
Perfect. No, yeah, you guys can tell. The tunnel that you're supposed to take is 4 tunnels away from the one that you entered in, and that one is quite a bit larger than the rest. So it's easy to make out when you actually are able to see a real map and not an 8-second drawing that took 15 minutes to upload. So, are you guys taking the goats in with you, or are you doing this solo?
Lieutenant Gustavo is not leaving my side until we get back to Senor Presidente.
Okay. And the rest of the goats? Are you leaving them at the temple, or?
I'll take one of them with me, the one that I was giving wine to.
Okay.
Allie puts New Billy in charge of herding all the goats, so we're gonna bring them all with us.
All right.
Yep.
Note to self: what to do with goat carcasses. Okay. Everyone roll me perception checks as you get into this mine in the late evening.
20, not natural.
Okay, 22. Good. Oh, please don't crash. That ain't it.
Am I correct? Were we turning part of the mansion to a bed and breakfast to generate income?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
You were.
Turning most of it, yes.
Yeah, that was being discussed the first time I joined, because I said it should be LCPD BNB.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
I know, it's tough. Yeah, let it all out, champ.
I
It's
would
okay
just
for
like,
that.
just like
Tell me more, old sport.
It's
It
been a
always gets
long
worse.
day.
Ha
Been a real long day.
True.
ha! No, not sheets. Docs. Bradley and up. So 12 and up.
Lit.
Brad is a 12 on a 1 to 10 scale.
Well. Oh, here. Okay. Bruner, you can hear this, but you don't pay any attention to it. Just because you have lived in the city for a while, maybe your whole life. I'm not gonna make that decision for your character. And pretty much, like, you're used to hearing this. The rest of you, except for Landre, hear this strange sort of chanting. And it's just kind of echoing through the tunnels on either side. Every time you pass one of these intersections, you hear it coming from both directions, and it's
Dahu Dorheim.
I'm not in Dorheim.
Doesn't mean they don't like it.
Dude, I will never not love a Dahu Dorheim reference. Thank you very much.
Another
well-
point for Eskel.
I have an actual song written up, but you know what? Fuck you guys. You hear Dahu Dorheim just repeated over and over again with no breaks. Just Dahu Dorheim, Dahu Dorheim, Dahu Dorheim, Dahu Dorheim.
Brad
Someone
will
fix
laugh
the
every
record.
single time it happens. Like, literally every time that it happens, because he thoroughly enjoys that. So that's not torture at all?
Except
Eskel is
Brad.
going to joyously sway back and forth to it.
Landre's going to start singing along.
Andre doesn't hear it, you fuck. You're the
Eskel, why
only
are
one
you-
who didn't.
Why are you swaying?
I find it soothing.
Brad, you can hear what the actual lyrics to the song are. Bruner, you can tell, but it's just kind of background noise to you. It's a mining song, and it's just meant to like keep rhythm. It's like, in the mine, clink, in the mine, clink, we swing hammers, clink, in time, clink. And it's pretty much just that shit. The rest of you just hear Dahu Dorheim fucking constantly. And by the fourth intersection, you guys are coming up to it, and Eskel specifically, you notice that it's gotten a lot more distant. I mean, it's had its ups and downs, but it's always like intersection fade, intersection fade. And when you get to this intersection, it's a lot quieter.
All right. I point that out to Bradley. I just say, Bradley, it's significantly more quiet with the cheers of Dahu Dorheim in this section of the mine. I believe these miners need some scolding. I'm perturbed now. I was enjoying that.
Yes, well, perhaps it means that we're getting further away from where they're working, which means maybe we're on the right track.
I suppose that might be more logical.
Perhaps.
Still, I believe some scolding is in order. I don't know anyone quite so good at scolding as you, Bradley, so if we find any miners and they aren't singing Dahu Dorheim, if you could so kindly. And
I'll
thank
see
you
what
in
I can do.
advance.
Yeah, we would continue on down what we would think leads us in the correct direction, I guess.
Um. So. Fuck. Now I have to scroll back up to the fucking shitty ass map. Okay. The map said that it should be to the right.
Let's go that way.
Left.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be?
right. No. The map. To be fair, the map I posted is not the map you saw. The map you saw was good. This is a Brian map.
Okay.
Yeah. So with you guys going southwest, you take a right, and I'm just going to use your previous perceptions. Allie, Eskel, Billy. You start to hear this arguing, and while it is most assuredly not Dahu Dorheim, it has a very similar kind of rough flow to the language. Yeah. So you can
Oof,
hear some.
ouchie, my pee-pee.
Thank you, Brian.
I converted it to mono. I needed to test it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But you three, hear this arguing as you're making your way into this mine shaft.
All right. Knowing only common and infernal, do I understand any of it?
Nope.
Okie doke.
I know Bissell, Common, Gith, and Infernal. Do I understand anything?
No.
Oh, it's probably Elvish, right? I have that. Tell me what they're saying.
You know, it could be Elvish.
Right.
But you don't understand it, so probably not.
Oh, then is it Sylvan? Because I also have that.
It's slightly closer to Elvish than Sylvan.
Ah.
It's not close to Elvish, though, so.
I cast tongues.
Oh, okay. Is that not the command prompt?
What? Oh.
It started acting up.
I can understand every spoken language for an hour, and anything that speaks a language can understand me.
Oh, okay. Do you get told what the language is at all, or do you just understand it?
I guess it's at your discretion. It doesn't say that one way or the other. I just understand any spoken language I hear, and anything like that can hears me that knows at least one language can understand me.
Okay. So yeah, as soon as the other three kind of perk up, and they, I think someone had mentioned it, that they heard something. Or I'm imagining it, but you cast tongues, and you start to hear two male voices. They are very gruff. And it's just kind of like, he should have been back by now. Well, There's a lot of things that should have happened by now, but they haven't, so we just have to wait for this dumbass to get out of our way, don't we? And it's just kind of like arguing like that, like, oh, but we should be moving. Obviously we fucking can't. And anyone with dark vision?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's most of you except Billy.
Not
Anybody with what? I'm sorry, you cut out right there.
Dark vision.
No, she does not have dark vision.
Not laundry.
Oh, okay. Everyone but Billy and Landre. You can make two large figures, like very broad humanoids. They're kind of one's on either side of this tunnel, about 35 feet away right now. They are snapping back and forth to each other in like loud whispered tones. And they seem to be kind of leaning against this dead end. In the tunnels.
What is, like, can we tell what they are? Like, what kind of creatures?
From where you are currently, no. Let me roll perceptions for them to see if they notice you. So as you guys kind of make your way just a little bit closer to try and see what they are, Bruner, you hear one of them, and he goes, "Hey, do you hear that? I think someone's coming up on us. Maybe it's finally Richie."
I'll like. How far are we from them right now?
I'm gonna say just over 30 feet. So like, dark vision is 30 feet, right?
I got 60.
60.
Yeah.
Okay, 60. Okay. Actually, I should.
Mine's 120 if we're flexing right now.
Of course
Oh.
it is.
So from where you're at, they're both like looking down the tunnel. They can't quite see you, but they appear to be orcs.
We've been betrayed. Excellent.
How come?
They're orcs.
Oh. Hi, orcs.
Well, shit.
In a loud voice in comment.
It is Richie.
Oh, that's your name.
That's what Bruder was about to say as he
Oh.
said, "Oh, hi, orcs." So
You can just follow up. I don't care.
They hear, "Hi, orcs. It's Richie," and they take a few steps and go, in comment, "You're not Richie.
No, I'm Allie.
Soon you'll be dead."
Gaia.
That's
Can't see
probably
anything.
not.
What's happening?
That's a little bit on the nose, don't you think? What if instead we had a quick conversation about what's going on and why, you're choosing to do such violent traps by luring people into dead ends for no apparent reason? You know what I mean? Like, what do you have to gain by fighting us right now? Was your dad mean to you?
One of the orcs had turned back towards the dead end. The other one had started to reach for his warhammer. And then when you said luring into traps, he goes, "What are you talking about, luring into a trap?"
What do you mean? You're not sent here by the weird-voiced guy about the map?
Map? The fuck are you on about?
Maps are things that show directions and landscapes.
Oh, I know what a map is.
Oh.
Well, you did kind of insinuate that you didn't, so please don't judge Ali for trying to, inform. That's
Maybe
the
you know
cordial
someone.
thing to do. How now, Ali? Who's Richie, and why are you waiting for him?
He starts to go like, "Richie's another one of us," and then he gets like slugged on the arm by the other orc, who starts speaking in Orcish. So, Brad and Bruner, you can still understand him, yes?
I can still understand him, yeah.
Yeah. He goes, "Don't go telling them about Richie. They're strangers. We should just kill them." And he goes,
I'm gonna say in Orcish, like, you don't know anything about me.
both of them kind of look up in shock and are like, "Wait. You lot aren't the new recruits, are you?"
Maybe
Of
we
course
are.
we're the new recruits.
Why don't you roll me a deception check?
Okay, I will gladly do that.
God, I hope you roll shite.
That's a 15 plus 9 is 24.
Go off, Bradley. Go off.
Bruner, what's yours?
4.
So, it goes. The one who had gone off into the dead end pulls the other one back towards the dead end, and then in low whispers, you're still kind of able to hear. It's like, "I don't remember them saying they'd be humans. Yeah, I thought they were all going to be orcs. No, they weren't all orcs. One of them was."
See, no, here's the thing that you need to understand.
Now,
This is a very special mission. Well, no, this is a very special mission, and what you must understand is that we have been sent because of a very special set of skills that we have, of course.
Yeah, skills that make us nightmares for people like you.
Well, that too. But mostly the fact that you must understand that they needed to look outside of just orcs to find people that were right for this job, if you understand.
Well, one of them was supposed to be a troll.
I'm going to point at Billy and say, she's a bit stunted, but a troll nonetheless.
She will say in orc, in her very broken orc, "I am a troll."
They wouldn't let her join in any of the troll games back at the swamp.
It was really bad.
Well, alright, I suppose if we can get this lug to move, and he bangs on the wall, I suppose we can at least let you through. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
And I'll be keeping an eye on you.
And I'll be keeping an eye on myself as well.
Perfect. No, that's where I want you to keep your eyes, is on yourself.
That's also where I want to keep my eyes.
Oh, good, perfect. Well then, we're in agreement right now that we're going to keep our eyes to ourselves. Right.
No. You keep your eyes on me, and he'll keep his eyes on you, and I'll keep my... Wait. And I'll keep my eye out for Richie, yeah. Good, yeah.
Perfect. Well, I suppose we should try and figure out how to get this open then, yes?
A big log has gone and fallen asleep or some shite. You know how to wake up one of these bastards?
Here is some information for falling sensation. This is called a hypnic or myoclonic jerk.
Oh.
Oh.
What are they referring to that I have to wake up?
It looks to just be a dead end in the wall.
Is it some sort of a golem?
I don't know what it is. It's just one of those rock men folk.
Have you tried talking to it?
Have you tried talking? Yes, I've tried talking to it. It doesn't fucking respond. Like I said, it's asleep or some shite.
Have you tried talking to it with, Nope, I don't have the ability to do that. Never mind.
Excuse me, can you hear me, little thing?
The wall seems to spin as if it was a large boulder, and then it like crumbles apart into a large rock-faced golem.
I need to be a little bolder.
So you can hear me.
Hello.
What are you doing here?
Was sent to guard tunnel.
Who sent you to guard the tunnel?
Sorry, I wanted to see what that was. The leader sent me.
What's their name?
Its face just kind of drops and looks at the ground for a few seconds, looks back up at you. I think
I whispered to him, I bet you it's... Oh, I was gonna say that! Holy shit, I'm a wizard.
No, you're an
So-
arcanist or something.
Yeah, that's true.
So Richie sent the golem. I see.
The orcs hear that and say, No. I don't know why I did that voice. No. Richie just said for us to wait.
That's not what the golem's saying.
He must have understood Richie. Maybe Richie do same thing you do.
Maybe.
Ask him to let us through.
We need to get through. Will you let us through? Richie sent us.
Oh. Yes. Will do. And it kind of adjusts itself so it's pressed against one of the walls, and there's a small opening for all of you to.
Brad will look at the orcs and say, Richie told this golem to tell you to wait here. We're going to go beyond and close the door behind us, but don't worry, we will be back very shortly. We were sent here to deal with this problem, as you well know.
But he has to keep eyes on you.
Right, well, that's perfect, because what I am going to do is and Brad's going to take out a piece of chalk, and he's going to draw an eye on his hand and say, see, problem solved. We're going to go now, ta-ta for now.
I'm going to roll a quick insight check. Can you roll a persuasion check, Brad?
A persuasion? Absolutely. That is a 15.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hello?
No.
No.
The return of Robot Eric.
It is now worse and worser.
Plug it directly into the wall.
Oh, hello, Cyrus.
Hello! It's the brown eye you gotta go after.
Wait, what the fuck?
Oof, ouchie, my pee-pee. I need to be a little bolder.
You have no idea how useful these have been lately.
That's wonderful.
Anyway, that's all I needed to show you.
All right, I'm gonna lurk in
It's
the
the
shadows.
brown eye you gotta go after.
You're an idiot.
He came in at the perfect time, right when Eric's connection died, so we didn't have a game anyway.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Okay. Was the... Oh! Brad, you rolled a 15 for persuasion.
Yep.
They got a dirty 20 for insight. So the one of them who seems slightly smarter than the other is like, well, you'll need a guide. I'll show you around.
Excellent. Perfect. I would love that.
Come on, then. And he will lead you to a small... The tunnel seems to continue, but then...
I'm going to nudge Bruno and tell him to tell the golem to close behind us. Like, very quietly.
I'll just turn. Thank you. Go ahead and close up.
The last thing you see on the other side is the other orc has pulled out a small mirror and has a very stern gaze looking in it, like reflected back at himself, like he is keeping watch on himself. The orc who's leading you doesn't seem to really be paying attention to that. He is kind of mumbling, but the two of you who are able to speak Orcish right now, he's just counting. And just 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Here we are. And he like slams his fist against the wall, and it just kind of crumbles. Brian, there were things disappearing in all of the mines.
Oh.
But it was specifically this town.
Oh.
Yes. And the treasure map did lead it into one of the mine shafts. Yes. So this orc slams his fist against the wall, and it seems to kind of like give way. And there is a I was gonna say elevator, and I know that's not right. Ladder. That's what it is.
What?
It's a it is a vertical shaft down and carved into the wall is like handholds. And the orc starts to climb down and then kind of turns up to you and goes, "All right, come on then, you lot. When we get close to the edge, it might be a bit disconcerting." And he starts making his way down.
All right, Brad will follow.
Bradley.
What, Ellie?
What
Why
about
is
goats?
everyone doing it like this now?
I learned it from watching Laundry. But also,
Right.
what about the goats? They can't climb ladders, ladder vaders, Ella ladders.
They're probably better at
Well,
climbing than we are.
I assume we're gonna have to leave the goats here.
Goats are fucking crazy climbers.
I mean, I guess that's up to you, Eric. Can they go down the ladder?
Could they?
Are you gonna side with Team Alley or Team Laundry on this one?
Could they? Yes. Can you convince them to is another matter.
I
Right now,
speak with animals.
munching on the rocks of the walls.
Oh, we also have
I'm
New
gonna-
Billy and the cart. We may as well leave the goats and New Billy to guard the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't New Billy one of the goats?
Oh, she's my pack mule
Oh, you're right.
that I bought to pull the cart that you decided to pull today, anyways.
She has to.
One of the goats starts to bite the golem, and he goes, "No, no!" And he kind of pushes the goat with one finger over to one of the other walls.
Nothing could go wrong. Let's go.
Oh, the goats eat rock.
He is going to Lenny all of your goats. So you guys start making your way down this rock ladder, elevator ladder?
Eskel for shits and giggles is gonna try and coax the one goat that he had been giving wine with the rest of the wine to the Ella ladder vader.
It's looking down the hole. Are you trying to get it to go in?
Oh, I'm trying to write it down.
Oh! Okay. So real quick, we need to determine an order. Do you guys just want...
I was probably first.
Okay. Brad first. Other than that, do you guys just want to roll initiative to see who goes down the ladder? Or
Oh, that sounds fun. Let's do it.
okay. Everyone but Brad roll initiative.
Do I need to roll animal handling to see if I actually coax the goat?
Yes.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Coax the...
Nothing a little peanut butter can't fix.
Wink wonk.
Gross.
Okay. Holy shit. So. Allie and Eskel, what are your. Oh no, Eskel got a 14. So Brad goes down, followed by Allie, and then Billy. And Landre and Bruner are taking up the rear. Eskel is trotting over to this ladder with his goat. And the goat kind of. That makes sense. Goat does beat rock. The rock. Jesus Christ.
You got this.
So the goat is like looking down at the ladder, and it seems a little bit reluctant, but then once Billy has made her way a decent amount down, it kind of hops just straight down the shaft, and then it's doing this thing where it braces its back legs against the wall and its front legs on the ladder rungs. And then every 5 or 10 feet that Billy manages to descend, it drops again. Because I rolled an athletics at disadvantage, and I rolled a 19 and a 20. So, yeah, despite this goat being quite drunk, maybe it was born to just pass out on,
It's like the drunken master kung fu, but for goat rock climbing.
Goat, monk, 1.
Stop creating character ideas, Eric. We're not doing Dolby In.
You'd be surprised. I'll have my own Dolby In with 5 of my own PCs and hookers. Facts. Forget about the game and the characters.
That sounds so lonely.
Hookers?
Sounds
Yes.
like Pirate Chris's house.
Why do you have to fucking do that to me? Damn.
Apparently, the only thing in Pirate Chris's house is me and a bunch of hookers.
And eggs.
Sorry. You'll have to live somewhere else, Chris.
Why? Because you and the hookers are moving in?
Apparently.
Oh, that's fine. There's a room I don't use. You can have it.
They're taking the eggs, too.
Is it the basement? Because you know how I feel about bodies.
I don't want to spoil anything.
The body's already
already spoiled.
That's why he keeps so many eggs in his refrigerator, because he's like, oh yeah, it's just a bunch of rotten eggs. Don't worry about it.
Pick a carton up at the store, drop a carton down the stairs. The circle of life.
Yeah, Saturdays are fun. Don't judge.
Sundays are fun too.
Eskel, it's very nice to see you using your goat cats to its fullest.
I'm going to call him Shaft.
Cool.
Billy, what's your AC?
My AC?
Yes, please.
13.
I have to look up if a goat gets anything to its attacks. Actually, no, because it's not going to be negative.
It can only be positive. That's how life works.
It, much
Allegedly.
like my attitude, can only be positive. Right when he says that its name is Shaft, it drops down a little bit too far and clops Billy on the shoulder for 2 damage. But then it catches itself.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thanks. Cool, I guess.
But then as you're descending this ladder, it's like 10 minutes of ladder climbing. And then everything starts to go dark.
Like, even with the dark vision?
Even with dark vision, yeah.
Oh my god, I think I'm gonna pass out. Everything's going dark. We've been climbing down this ladder forever.
Calm down, Ellie. It will be fine.
But I can't
Or
see.
Who cares? Just keep climbing.
What sort of attitude is that, Bradley?
I am going to use Radiance of the Dawn. Behold, the power of Tyrion shall illuminate the way. And I can use my channel divinity, present my holy symbol, which is a wide goblet, and dispel any magical darkness within 30 feet.
Shit, yeah.
And if there's any hostile creatures, they're gonna take radiant damage.
This whole party is full of hostile creatures. Careful.
Don't talk about Shaft like that.
The goat dies, and Shaft and Eskel head plummeting towards Billy.
Goats were
They're a
spies the
crucial
whole time.
15-foot drop. I was gonna say Senior Orc should take damage, but he is technically not hostile right now.
He's kind of our friend, except for not really.
I wouldn't go that far.
Friendship.
So he, like, you guys get into this darkness, and he goes, he calls up to you, and he says, in common, so all of you can hear, alright, we're getting close. This is where it starts to get a bit dicey. And then you use your Radiance of the Dawn, and he goes, oh, that's quite helpful.
Like I said, we're specialists, you moron! You didn't believe us, and yet, literally every single time that it has come up, we have solved your fucking problem! Literally every single time.
Style, and that sounds like he just kind of like waves a hand mid ladder climb and goes, just doing my job. I wasn't told the new recruits would be coming so soon.
You probably also weren't told that they would be so awesome either, but here we are.
Yeah.
I didn't think anyone's ever called me awesome before.
Don't get ahead of yourself there. I'm 98% of it.
Thank you, Bradley.
Shut the fuck up, Laundry. I hate you.
I just whispered to Shaft, "Do you hear that, Shaft? We make up 2%."
The orc reaches the bottom, and does Radiance of the Dawn have a time, or is it just like when you use it, it dispels?
I assume it's just just for the Drake because it's just as an action. But it's channel divinity. Can you keep channeling when you channel divinity? Clerics have all kinds of channel divinity shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. For now, I'm going to do it this way. If I have to change it later, that's fine. But you all make it to the bottom of the ladder, and there is about 10 feet of this radiant light cast out. And then it's just darkness again. And you can all hear clicking and the sound of it almost sounds like metal on stone clicking around just outside of the radius of light. And why don't you guys roll me a quick investigation before we end off?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I guess I can look there. 12, 17, 17, no, 21. Oh, shit. I mean, you can roll for Shaft.
Okay.
Roll for Shaft.
What is
Jesus.
Shaft's mod?
Wisdom is 0.
I don't know, but it must be pretty hard.
Wow.
I hear it's average.
I mean, AC 10, HP 4, so.
Sounds average, I guess.
So I've been told.
4 HP is average, okay? Look at any commoner.
Hey man, it's not about the amount of HP. It's what you do with that 4 HP. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's gonna get eaten, I can tell you that.
Hopefully. I mean, what?
So, Landre, Brad. Wait, Brian, why did you roll twice?
That's Shaft's.
No. Landre, Billy, Shaft, and Bradley all notice this very thin silvery mist on the ground. Brad, it looks like very, very fine threads.
Well, fuck.
And Shaft is refusing to move from this ladder, pretty much. Like he is just staying put. Ricky, did you roll perception or investigation? I forget.
Yeah, I got like a 3.
All right, you don't know, son. You're focusing on keeping this light going. Eskel's just busy trying to get shaft to move down the shaft all the way. He finally gets in there. So yeah, as we leave off, you are in this small little dome of light, a wall of rock on one side, and darkness on the other. And I'm going to say Billy, Brad, and Landre. Fucking Christ. You notice that even your orc guide does not look comfortable.
Quite.
And that's where we will leave it for the night.
Nice.
Right on.
Wow.
Dum dum dum.
Man, what a session. Damn.
Yeah. I got disconnected only twice.
Yeah, that was fun. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting. Unexpected.
True, true.
Oof! Ouchie! My pee-pee!
Yes, thank you.
That's right. You did it.
I didn't really hear that. Could you play it one more time? Just I don't really. Yeah. I think I wasn't paying attention. That's my fault.
Don't worry.
Oof! Ouchie! My pee-pee!
God, no, you should have warned me first. I still wasn't paying attention. One more time.
Oof! Ouchie! My pee-pee!
Oh, that wasn't funny.
I think that one's fucking hilarious.
That's pretty good. Can I get that so I could put that as my ringtone?
I would like a video of you at the grocery store, your just phone going off. Ah! Ah!
I put the MP3 soundbite in the patrons channel for anyone to use.
Oh, great. Good. If only I took my phone off vibrate.
You just like go into the bathroom in a public restroom. All the person next to him hears is.
All right.
That's what Dan said. He was like, sometimes I'll be in the bathroom and my wife will just hear, oof, ouchie, my pee-pee.
Holy fuck.
Jesus. That's fair. All right. Next week, Lestat and Mag gets to venture deeper.
It's the brown eye you gotta go after.
Yeah, Shaft is going to. God damn.
Shaft ain't fucking moving.
I hate this one.
Somehow.
Way to go, Brian.
Well, that was Eric the